calming the mind. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, click the link at the bottom right, click the notifications bell, and you'll be informed when I upload new content. How often are we taken away by thought, often to a dark, confusing place? How often are our present moments completely invaded by thoughts that the future holds danger and concern, and we need to be in that future of danger and concern because that is our true reality in that moment. The thoughts create that reality, and that reality overtakes our present moment beingness. And then our lives are taken over by a future that hasn't happened, an illusionary future, and a past that we can't change. And in that insanity within our own skull, we create our own hell, and we miss the beauty of being alive. This is where the great teachings have something that we can draw upon. I've mentioned the Tao Te Ching in many of these videos, and also the Bhagavad Gita, and those two ancient texts share a common truth. They are pointing away from the world of things, our worldly lives, and they are directing our attention to the inner self, or the phrase I have used, the I before I am. The Taoist way, the Tao from the Tao Te Ching, is the same as the Bhagavad Gita's Atman, the divine within, which is the same as the Taoist Zhenren, the authentic person. Living an authentic life, a truthful life, not one that is created through one's ideas of our individual self and our relationship to worldly things, but a relationship with something deeper that transcends all those fleeting and temporary forms. This is the permanent, immovable core of being itself. The Atman is unknowable. It is unfathomable. It is unchanging. It is the truth of nature, of everything that we see unfolding. The karmic unfolding of what is, and the spiritual aspirant attempts to focus one's attention internally, to ask the question, who am I? To go deep within the self and away from desire and attachment, to meet those imposters of both success and failure equally. Not to be taken away and carried away by the rush of success or the negative aspects of failure, but to welcome those as equals, as the same. The truly wise mourn neither for the living nor the dead. This is the transformational, transcendent nature of ourself that exists before we were born, exists now, and it will exist after we pass, because it is not temporary, it is permanent. It is the core sense of being, of life itself. And if we try to focus our attention upon that and away from worldly things, then we can find peace in our heart, and the mind can can be calmed. We can calm our own mind by refocusing our attention within. And once we find that inner peace and we can calm our racing thoughts and control the incessant need to focus on the future or on the past, if we can find the peace and presence of mind to drop deep within to the Atman, to our divine nature, to the thing that connects us with the karmic unfolding of the natural world, and we can reside in that place, then we can open up to the reality of the present moment. And decisions and actions will come as they should, in a natural and clear and concise and pure way. In a previous video on choices and how we make them, I referred to a choice that I've had to make recently and how I was aided in that choice by the Bhagavad Gita and its injunction to make your actions holy. And I'm not a religious man, and I realise the divine within has religious connotations, but there seems to be a truth to that statement that I can't fully articulate or describe in logical and succinct manner. But then I guess this isn't about logic and understanding. This is about dropping deep within and connecting with what you see before you, and recognizing that you are that at a deeper level. You are that nature, that karmic unfolding of what is. And then when you are in touch with that unknowable divine presence, that immovable, eternal spirit, then actions happen. You can suggest that also inaction happens, but inaction is always action, but of a different sort. And knowing when to act and when not to is the dilemma that most individuals face. And then the guilt of making the wrong decision or acting in the wrong way. But if we don't make those decisions based on our worldly life, on an attachment and desire and fear and anger, but if we come from that place within, that immovable perfection, the stillness of the present moment, the Atman or the way, the Tao, that unknowable flow that we are. It isn't as though we need to find it. We just need to look beneath the surface dramas of our lives, of our attachments and our desires. We need to look beneath that to see that actually we are that flow. And it just wants desperately to express through us if we could just step aside and allow it to unfold naturally. And so if these videos have a common theme, then it is about focusing within and slowing down and breathing in the present moment and allowing the present moment to show us how to be, and action then follows naturally from that, and life unfolds exactly as it should and as it can only happen. It unfolds in the only way that it can unfold, and we are then at one with that unfolding. We are at peace and the mind is calmed. We don't calm the mind is calmed from that place within. The mind is set free from its snares of delusion. The heart sees through that and breaks free from attachment and desire to a place of pure presence and love.